Hello, this is lab 7 part 4, the last part, just creating user lookup.php. So in Aptena I've created a blank user lookup.php file, and I'm just going to paste in what we're going to write. I'm going to do it in one step because it's relatively simple. So I've opened some PHP, and if is set post username, which would be what gets posted to this file when you type in username. Ajax will post something based on what you typed in. So I'll go back, a little bit of lag in Firefox. Oh, there it goes. Almost. Maybe not. Alright, we'll let that simmer for a second, and we'll go back to our code. So did it unfreeze? Yeah, it did. So if I type in bsmith, which is in the database, it should say username already taken. So first we're going to require our dbconnection.php. This just happens to be the path in my folder where dbconnection would be. So we're going to select username from lab9user, the table that you've created in your database, where username equals what got posted in, prepare SQL, execute the array, where post username equals the variable username. And then we're going to create an output variable equal to an array, and we're going to do an if-else statement, and that's pretty much the whole file. So what this if-else statement is saying is if empty record exists, right? So this says if exist equals false, so there is no record of the username, then the exist equals false, and when we go back here, if it exists equals true, it's going to go red, but since exists equals false, it'll go green. So the first step is seeing if the username is in the database, and then else, the username is already taken, so exists equals true. So this is where our exists equals true, it's going to say the username is taken. So then this is what we're actually going to be sending back. So we're using JSON encode, so it'll be echoed back in data type JSON, and we're echoing our output variable we created, which will be either an output exists false or an output exists true. So depending on what happens, exist will either equal true or it'll equal false, and that's how we are determining whether this is available in the database like such or not available. So that's the tutorial. You should have 3 functioning Ajax calls through city, the drop down, and the username. And in your assignment, hopefully you'll be able to apply this to something a little more complicated. Hopefully this is easy to follow, and you've now created a lab7.html or a registration.html, whatever you want to call it, and a user lookup, which was associated with this Ajax call. Thanks for listening, and I hope it was easy to follow.